the CEO was shocked to realize every time he called his wife, his secretary's phone would ring at the same time. At first, he didn't think much of it, but one day, his sister called. She asked him to come home immediately and meet his wife, who he had married in a whirlwind. That's when he found out his wife's name was exactly the same as his secretary's. This made him suspect his secretary might actually be his wife. To confirm his suspicions, he rushed home with a gift worth millions. Meanwhile, the girl was feeling incredibly nervous. She was also curious about her husband, who she had never met before. A year ago, her father was deep in gambling debt and planned to sell her off to a 50-year-old man. Luckily, her best friend stepped in. She introduced her to her brother, the CEO. As soon as they got their marriage license, the CEO had to leave for work abroad. Before leaving, he handed her a bank card, saying it had enough money to pay off her father's debt. A year passed, and the girl worked hard to become a lawyer. At a law firm, fate brought the two together again. The CEO, who had just returned to the country, wanted to make up for the year he'd missed with his wife. He bought a law firm for billions of dollars as a gift for his wife, but he didn't know she worked at that very firm. One day, the girl reported her supervisor for harassing female employees. As a result, she was maliciously retaliated against. The supervisor immediately started yelling at her, but the girl wasn't afraid. As a top lawyer, she had seen plenty of people like him, but this time, the man was ready to take it to the extreme. He pulled out a knife and was ready to go all the way. At that crucial moment, the CEO stepped in to help. When their eyes met, they both felt a strange sense of familiarity. After steadying the girl, the CEO kicked the supervisor away. He ordered his bodyguards to make him disappear forever. Once everything was settled, the assistant began choosing a personal secretary for the CEO. The final candidates were the girl and the scheming woman. The CEO, known for his picky nature, couldn't stand the scheming woman's appearance. He immediately kicked her out. Thus, the girl became the CEO's personal secretary. However, when the CEO read the girl's resume, he felt like she looked so familiar, but he couldn't quite place where he had seen her. Just then, his sister called. She immediately started scolding him, blaming him for going abroad right after getting married. She said he didn't consider how his wife must feel being alone. She reminded him to bring her back home tonight. Feeling guilty, the CEO agreed. His sister sent him the girl's contact info. After hanging up, the CEO immediately asked his assistant what kind of gift he should prepare for the girl. The assistant thought for a while, but said this was a question for a woman. The girl overheard and couldn't help but feel a little envious. She then suggested that, since they hadn't seen each other for so long, the most important thing was time together. Maybe taking her out for dinner or shopping would mean more than any gift. The CEO thought her advice made perfect sense, so he decided to go with it. Soon, the girl brought a car full of gifts and flowers for the CEO. Seeing how thoughtful and well-prepared she was, the CEO praised her for her work ethic. He then told her she could finish for the day and head home to rest.